Hello everyone, my name is EVOO and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. Today folks, we're going to make what I'm going to call a tasty treat. It's called Schiacciata di Patate. And what that means is grated potato, but we're going to make it into an amazing flatbread. Let's get started right now. We're going to need 3 extra large potatoes. So I have 2 extra large and then kind of making an extra large here. But basically you want about a kilo, about 2.2 pounds of potato, plus 1 extra, I'm going to say large potato, about 225 grams or half a pound that we're going to use for a topping. So let me get these peeled. Now we can grate these potatoes here, and we're going to use the large holes on our cheese grater and get them all grated. Now that extra one, that extra potato, we're going to save for later, and we're going to slice that a little bit differently. But let's get all these potatoes, besides that one, grated. And once they're grated, we're just going to put them in a bowl. So with our potato all grated, now we have that last potato. If you have a mandolin, you can slice it on that, but you can also use your cheese grater. They've got the slicer side here, and basically all we want to do is get some potato slices, nice and thin, and we're going to use these as a topping. So let me continue slicing this potato. There we go, and we got our slices of potato right there. Perfect. So now we take our grated potato, and to that we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of grated Parmesano Reggiano cheese. We're going to add 1 cup of water. And to that I have here 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil. You could use regular olive oil as well. Okay. Just spatula, get all that beautiful olive oil out. There we go. So we're also going to add 1 cup of grated mozzarella cheese. Get it all in there. And I also have 1 cup, which is 133 grams of flour. Okay, 1 cup of flour. And now I have 1 tablespoon of chopped rosemary, 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, everything goes into the bowl, and then we're going to mix this all together. Now, this, folks, is the start of something absolutely delicious. So you're going to continue to mix this until everything's incorporated. Oh, and I almost forgot my optional 2 teaspoons of paprika. It's optional, but I really like it. I like the added flavor that the paprika gives and the little bit of color as well. But again, it's optional, so you can omit it if you don't want to use it. Okay, that's looking really good. And for those of you who have tuned in the past, you know what I'm going to say. When you think you've mixed enough, just mix a little bit more. You just want to make sure everything is incorporated evenly. And there we have it, our beautiful, beautiful potato mixture. Okay, we'll put that aside. And let's get some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil on this parchment paper. And this is a 17 by 12 inch sheet pan that we're going to use today. And just get that olive oil spread around on that parchment. Okay. There we go. Very nice. And now we can add our potato mixture. So let's get our potato mixture added. With a spatula, get it all out. Don't want to waste any of that deliciousness. Okay, there we go. And now what you can do is just flatten it out as thin as possible. There we go. I've evened it out as best I can. It's nice and evenly spread. So that means it's time to take those thin sliced potatoes that we did, and let's just layer them on the top. So just go around, work your way around the pan, and let's put a single layer on the top. And that's about it. I got these little pieces here. We're going to use them as well. There we go. Okay. A little touch of olive oil on those slices that we just added. Just a touch of olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil, of course. Okay, we are all set. Now, if you want, you could add a little more salt on the top if you like your potato flatbread a little saltier. But I'm going to leave it as is right now. The oven is preheated to 450 degrees. Let's go put it in our preheated oven. So there we have it, ready for the oven. And in it goes at 450. Now, each oven is different. If you're using a smaller oven, cook time will vary compared to a larger oven. But we're going to give this at about 40-45 minutes, and we'll see how we're doing. It's been about 45 minutes. Let's check and see how our schiacciata di patata are making out. And, oh, they're looking pretty good, folks. That's what I want, that nice brown top. And you know what? I like it just a little more brown. I'm gonna let it go 5 more minutes. All right, I gave it that little extra. Let's turn the oven off. Now you're talking. That's what I want to see. I like mine browned very, very nicely. Take a look at that. Oh my goodness, folks. But I'm gonna have to let this cool down a bit before we can do the taste test. But I'll tell you what, that right there is looking amazing. Okay, let's let it cool down and then we're gonna do the taste test. So to help it cool down, I put it on a cooling rack. That way I could taste test much sooner. All right, I'm gonna start with this crispy corner right here. Let's take a little piece there. Oh yeah, there we go, folks. See how it's cooked on the bottom, nice and dark on the bottom? Wow. It's got a nice crunch to it. Beautiful taste. That little mozzarella we put in there, really, really nice. The corners, of course, are the crispiest. That's what I look for. Instead of giving your kids French fries, try this one day. They'll never turn back because it's healthier and it's so tasty, folks. The kids are gonna love them, adults are gonna love them. I love them. And wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you really give this recipe a try. It's fantastic. Thanks for joining me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And as always, folks, until next time, buon appetito. Beautiful. Oh, let's take a look at the rest of the bottom here. Oh yeah, a little darker on the outside edges, folks, and a nice golden brown everywhere else. That's perfect.